Hello, Storytime tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Uncharted Waters 2 with me, BlueAnkylo. Off camera, we've done a little bit of digging around, trying to figure out where to go for our story, and we've got a plan. We could do some more combat, of course. I mean, let's open up our episode with that. But we're gonna go back to Lisbon, and then we're gonna have some plot. But first, Antonio Pulgas. Prepare to die. He's Spanish, I couldn't resist. Your luck has run out, friend. I mean, my title is Who to Pillage Next. Is Jaffa where the Stargate was in Stargate SG-1? That's awesome. Alright, now I know we've been doing a lot of cannon fighting. Cannon fighting is great. But, like, I can just do stuff like this. We have 500 crew, which is even more than what we had the last time. So, it's almost even more ridiculous to just run over and kill the captain like this with our gigantic crew. Now, unfortunately, as always, I still don't really like this game very much. So I'm just going to speed through it a bit. It's mostly just RNG. We got good RNG, we win. So that makes the combat a little quicker in a way. Although less experience for your mates getting, you know, battle. Ooh, diamonds! Diamond crown. That's pretty cool. Jaffa was the soldiers. Alright, you got me, Lexi. Like I said, I'm terrible with names. Names including names of things. Anytime there's, like, names I'm supposed to remember. Titles, places, dates. No, can't remember any of that. It's not just getting old either. I've never been good at that. Like, it's just bad skill for me. Alright, so we got some new ships to sell. Good. It's actually nice because we don't have a lot of money right now, so it's nice to get a quick little combat like that out of the way. It is allied with Portugal, so due to the games taking over every port in the world, we have to be pretty careful about getting robbed. Because the whole point of this is to make money. And losing 3/4 of your gold would certainly be worse than selling off a couple galleons. Alright, so we sell these off. 30 grand. 30 grand. 60 grand, that is. 90 grand. 120k. 140k. 160k. Good deal, right? One quick little duel. Plus we got a diamond crown that's probably worth some money. We pay a little bit of money in food, and we're off. Alright, so, to Lisbon. Although, no, I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go to Lisbon. You think the first vids you saw were XCOM? You subbed at Valkyrie? You weren't subbed till Valkyria Chronicles. Oh, that reminds me, I should play some more Valkyria Chronicles. There's another game on Steam for that, I think. I don't think we got 2 or 3, but we got, like, Valkyria Chronicles 4, maybe? I think. Should check it out. I hate skipping games, though, and I don't have a PlayStation, so... Okay, so what we discovered off camera, just at the live stream, was that if you come back here, have a little chat. Are you a friend of Sir Joe? Well, you know, not really. We're trying to, like, beat him up. Well, I see. Do you have any news? Yeah, he's on his way to Jaffa. Well, thank you very much. Here, have some gold. What? You're giving me gold? Well, cool, thanks. Have 1,000 gold. It's not worth the amount of food we ate to get here. Commodore, look at this. I got a reward. I'm dumbfounded. This is a strange turn of events. Alright. But by putting that there, they give us a direction. So if you forget where to go, maybe just go check in with the butler of the Duchess of Franco. So I thought that was pretty nice, at least. Sure, it cost us 14,000 gold in food to get here. Terrible waste of food, and we got 1,000 gold for it. But it's worth it. So now we know where to go. So Jaffa, we had to look it up on a map because, you know, I'm really good at geography. But I know where to go now. Oh, I'm not going to bother with that guy. What about this? Merchant fleet? That's a lot of carracks. Should we, just, hi, Juan Santana. Are we gonna prevent a famous guitarist from ever being born, killing off his ancestors? Oh look, we start right by the capital, the flagship. These guys are in carracks, so they've got like tiny little crews. Plus, we can always do this again. Hades sub for Chrono Trigger, good job. Bonus points for subbing for a good game. Not that I ever play bad games or anything, but Chrono Trigger is one of the best. Hey, look at this. We're just destroying this guy. Come on, one more hit. Crunch. 2 hits, dead. Best duelist in the West. Alright. We got a platinum comb. Alright, well, I know this is fairly monotonous, but we really do need the money. It's very expensive sailing around with essentially, what, 2,000 crew? They eat, I think, what did I say? Like, I'm not going to worry about selling the grain. It's not worth it. Too much hassle. Essentially, we eat like 20,000 golden food every, was it like 5 days or something? The reason we're doing this is every time we enter a building, there's a percentage chance that we'll be robbed. So I have to minimize the amount of doors we enter that aren't the harbor. Alright, do I need... No, the crew's fine. Let me just sell these off real quick. Whenever we have like an instant win like that, not really anything to worry about. But like each carrack here that we captured is like 5 days of food. So just think of that as I captured 6 ships. That's 30 days of food. It's a good deal. Alright. So now we're headed over to what's it called? Was that guy trying to attack me? He turned around there. Spanish battle fleet. He might have been coming for me. Oh man, I love combat. But what about this? Could this be the Aldin guy? It's the Aldin guy. Alright, we're going after him for sure. I said if I see him, we're gonna fight him. This is it. Kiara Din, your time is up. Alright guys, get hyped. I know, we're trying to go to Jaffa. We're trying. But it's time for revenge. We've fought this guy, I think 3, maybe 4 times. And he's always crushed us in a duel, generally in a duel, because his fleet beats us up because we were solo. But now we've got friends. Alright. What does it look like to the people when you're just going back and forth to the harbor to change time? Yeah, it's weird. Alright, so we're going to be very specific, because this is probably our toughest fight. I'm going to tell everybody to focus fire. Oh, he's not on screen. Alright, so we're not going to do that. We can't delegate, because you can only see as far as your flagship can see, sort of. It's kind of weird, even though we know there's more ships to the left. Alright, what if we go all ships to attack but stay together, maybe? Actually, no, we'll have them defend. That's probably fine. Stay awake. The best case scenario is to stay at max range from the boarding ships. Yeah, I'm just going to move down like this. I don't know where the flagship is yet. We'll see shortly. Oh, good. We can shoot from here. Sure. Have some carronade. Alright, there's the flagship. So he's kind of come up front where we can maybe shoot him. My guys... Oh, my guys are not attacking on defend mode. That's interesting. Looks like they just try to surround me. That's interesting. I wasn't sure how the AI would work for these kind of things. We'll go spread and attack. And I'm gonna be like thorough here. We're gonna tell everybody to focus fire on the flagship, because that's the most important part, is you sink him and we win. I apologize if this takes a while. Just imagine if we had 10 ships to go through. Alright, everyone focus fire on him. Theoretically, we might even be able to sink them in a single round if we all manage to target. Okay, I can't hit from there, but I can hit from there. That should be fine. Alright, bombs away. 28 hull damage, not bad. So he's going for the melee combat. Not a bad decision for a Venetian Galleass. But if my crew are smart, he's dead. Yeah, he's got no chance here. Oh, yeah, we got him. I almost want to go fight him in melee, but I can't risk it. I think they're, like, trying to escape even. Kind of hilarious. Alright, if we go up, we can target them. Alright, this is what carronades can do. Boom, 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 boom. Makes it easy, actually. So we spent a lot of money. We spent millions of gold building our 4-ship fleet. And they're pretty good. A sapphire ring from the Scurvy Dogs. 6 enemy ships. They're all worth 30 grand. Well, most of them are worth 30 grand. Sweet. There, we've now defeated the final boss. There is no other pirate that's stronger than him, sort of. Alright, good deal, everybody. Do we need a little bit of gunpowder? We should probably pick up a little bit of gunpowder. It's real easy to forget to stock up on this stuff. And it was certainly good to have. Now you might recruit him. Maybe. Technically, there's a pirate tougher than him. But yeah, I mean, this guy's the most dangerous pirate you usually run into. Even if there's technically someone stronger. Alright, do we need to transfer? Nah, we'll be fine for getting back to port. Alright, let's just speed this up a little bit. At some point, we will need to go back to, Antwerp or something and pick up our 5th and final ship so that we can actually store some more food. Alt history into the idea of that final boss, yeah. Alright. An iPhone 11 Pro Max. Sounds expensive, I have to say. Alright, 31k, almost 32,000 per ship. Oh, I should have, we did have a few crew killed, so let's salvage some of the enemy crew. There we go. That way we don't have to go to the inn again. We just keep selling these ships. So what? 6 ships times... Okay, so we got 4 at 32,000 and then 2 at 17,000. So... say about 150k in profit there. That's not bad. We're up to 730,000 gold in terms of 73 gold bars. That's pretty good. Should probably repair, right? Alright. Okay, let's not do any more combat for a little while. It certainly slows down the Let's Play. So, stock up, sail for 5 days. Stock up, sail for 5 days. We'll be in Jaffa in no time. Probably should buy food before we go much further. It's kind of upsetting how little we can sail on one load of food. Alright, we have no one looking, but we know where to go, right? Beirut, and then... there we go. See, you don't even need anyone on lookout. You just crash right into the port. You'll find them. Alright, time for some plot. And then we immediately get arrested by the Turkish. I feel like we could just bombard their port for a little while until they let us dock. Seems like something we could do at the moment. Alright, so theoretically... I'm not allowed in because I have to go to the cafe, but the cafe is locked, so I can't go to the cafe. Game. Stupid time. At least we're in the right place, right? Hey, waiter! Have you seen a sailor named Joe? No. Smack! You're not lying to me, are you? Smack, smack. Ouch! Why should I lie to you? Stop that, Andreas. This guy's lying, I know it. Ah, let's go. Sorry to bother you. Commodore, be careful. This is a Turkish port. They give us the dialogue now. Instead of when you enter. Such a well-programmed game. So... I know the ghost of Patrick follows us around. Only $1,100. That's more money than I would ever spend on a phone. I have to say, like, you do you, and if you've got the money for that, by all means, have fun with it. I would never spend that much money on a phone. $1,100 would be a very powerful computer for me. Like, that would be more expensive than my current PC. And I could do great things with an $1,100 computer. So do I just have to check to the harbor? Yeah, you probably have to, like, try to leave. Or go to any building. Next time I see Brett Perot, he'll pay for this. Commodore, maybe Joe's fleet hasn't arrived yet. Or he hasn't even arrived at the cafe. Alright, let's just wait here. Blue phones. Inky phones. Onk phones. Alright, I keep going to the wrong buildings. We're gonna get arrested by the Turkish, you watch. Oh, we got another event, because we didn't get warned about the Turkish. Hey, waiter, you sure you haven't seen Joe? Oh no, not you again. Why are you so nervous, huh? Smack, punch. Ouch, okay, I'll tell you, quit it. Ah, stop it, Andreas, you're a terrible captain. Now, tell me about Joe. I'm not lying. The man you're looking for came here a while ago, so I told him about you. What? You stupid pig. It's just a flip phone from the 90s. Actually, it's from the 80s. It's more like a giant brick. Maybe he's still around. Let's go look for him. Oh man, that punk trying to let Joe get out of here. Hey, Need. Welcome to the stream. Alright. So, Joe's gonna be in one of these buildings. He's probably getting a job. No. Oh, maybe. Hey, he's not even here. Punk. I like the fact they have a little elephant statue at the back. It's probably got a proper name. No Joe. At least we're not getting arrested by the Turks every time we enter one of these. That's good. He's probably buying some cheese. Some sweet, sweet craft singles from the Ottoman Empire. Not here either. Wait, what's that noise? You, hide in there! Get out here! Dual income, no kids. Okay, that helps. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's by all means. If you've got the money to pay for an expensive phone, then go nuts. I just feel like, for me, that's way too expensive. I don't think I'd ever buy an iPhone. It's too much money for not enough value. Emilio, what happened? Why are you all tied up? Wait, I thought we were finding Joe, and instead Andreas and Emilio have been tied up. I thought these guys were tough. Oh, thank you. Sorry, Commodore. Who did it to you? Oh, you don't have to tell me. I know it was that wicked Joe. Well, to be exact, it wasn't Joe. It was his first mate, Rocco. I followed him to this building, but the old man blocked me. He's a monster. I was powerless before him. Yes, I heard about him. The old man used to be known as Monster Rocco, the Red Ankylo. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Well, I didn't actually think he was that strong. Get up. Where did he go? He said he'd be at the harbor. Alright. Finally. Confrontation with Joe, right? Let's fight it out. Has the fleet left recently? Yes, Commodore Joe's fleet just left. Oh no, we just missed them. Did they say anything? Well, no, but they seem to be laughing pretty hard about something. They won't get away with this. Will you be shoving off? Alright. I believe that completes the current arc of the Joe, and that the next arc would be limited by your fame. So we've got way too much fame, so we can probably go trigger the next event immediately. What I'd like to do is travel back to like Syracuse, or at least kind of in the middle here. But man, the wind here is killing me. That's not Syracuse, that's like Crete. I should be able to get from Jaffa and Beirut to Syracuse in the amount of food I have. Oh no. Did I? Come on. Get into port, you little punks. Get in there. How many crew did we just lose? Well, not that many. But now they're all starving. Gah! I need my food ship. Where's my food ship? But yeah, now that we've got lots of fame, the events continue immediately. We just had to figure out where Jaffa was. Hi, Red, I was looking for you. Oh, it's you. So, Joe was in that port just as I said, wasn't he? So this is what I forgot about, basically. This is that Perot guy who told us to... He must have told us to go to Jaffa, and then I forgot. But things didn't go very well. Well, I just told you to go there. I never told you to let him go and get all tied up. How dare you say that? Punch, kick. People love the story of how that old man tied you up like a pig, let's say. Shut up, dogface. I'll teach you to make fun of me. Bam, punch, kick, uppercut. Whoa, hold on a minute. Well, I won't stop Andreas if you were only looking for us so you could tease us, you weasel-faced numbskull. Punch, kick, pow. Ouch, no, stop, my face, my precious face. The true reason is, ow, stop my face. I've got some information for you. The information must be about Joe. Punch, kick, kapow. Oh, let me go. That's enough, Andreas. Wait, one more. Okay, that's enough now. I thought I'd never breathe again. Tell us everything. I will, but only on one condition. No. Kill him. Punch, kick, kapow. Okay, I'll tell you anything. We're just in the middle of the bar. There's like hundreds of people watching because we can recruit hundreds of people. The bartender's just sitting there. All the first mates just in a circle. This Andreas guy is just beating this guy to a pulp in the middle of the bar. No one does anything. So dumb. Okay, I tell you where Fleet is. I'll just tell you someone who knows where Joe is. Yeah, where? A Portuguese nobleman knows. I'm not supposed to tell you his name. That sounds suspicious. If he's a high rank, why can't he identify himself? I haven't finished yet. The nobleman has a grudge against the Francos. That's why he's been following the Joes. If you wish, he can help you, he says. Sounds too good to be true. Let's bring this guy with us so we can feed him to the sharks if he's lying. It isn't a scheme, but he has a request of you. How would he even know about us, seeing as you weren't even going to tell us about him? This has gone off the rails. His son has a crush on a girl called Lucia in the Lisbon Cafe. Yeah. He wants to see her alone. But because he's a nobleman, he can't see her in public. So he wants you to take her to meet him at another port. If you could do that, he'll tell you where Joe is. This is dumb, but yeah, okay, we'll kidnap some girl for you. Are you sure we're not playing Final Fantasy 13? It's not a kidnapping. We need to take her out secretly. This is totally a kidnapping. I'm not too keen on this scheme, but if we can find out where Joe is, yeah, it's a great opportunity, totally. Yeah, I'm not scheming. I'm not tricking you or nothing. No. All right, where's the girl? Where do we bring her? There's a port called Ceuta. Yeah. Bring her to the lodge. I'll report our deal to the nobleman. Good luck. This guy's conning us so bad. We just beat him within an inch of his life, and he's still trying to... Oh man, what a jerk. Any day now, Joe will be within our grasp. It's not a bad deal. It's good to have support from someone. We don't need no support. I made millions of gold pirating the 7 seas. Come on, give me some credit. Alright, first off, we need to replenish some of our starved men. You know, there might have been a little bit of cannibalism there on the way over. No big deal, right? I don't even really know why I'm fully stocking here, because it's just going to cost us more food in the long run. But also, you know, it's more fun for combat. And I promised that we'd have max power ships, so there you go. Max power ships for days. Alright. I have to say, this part of the plot is falling through a little bit. But it's probably mostly just because I've been stuck at sea so long and I'm getting a little bit cabin fever-y, right? That's a thing. So we're heading to Lisbon. Let's try not to run out of food this time. Oh, you know, we should try to heal our crew up a little bit by actually feeding them. There is a mechanic for, like, over-healthing them. If you give them extra food, they get healthy quicker kind of thing. So you gotta do that. People are still dying because that's how the game works. But we'll make it to Ceuta, buy some more food. How many crew died on the travel? Maybe they're gonna stop dying now, we'll see. Let's recruit some more. It's a struggle. Only 17 men? Alright, this place sucks. Never go to Ceuta. Anyway, to Lisbon and then we'll be back. It's fine. We're probably not going to do any combat for the short term here. What's thermite? Really? Thermite is like super high heat in combustible material. You can make it with some gasoline and a secret ingredient. Anarchist cookbook, go. Wait, closed due to remodeling? What? The bar is closed? Should I set it on fire? Yes, bring some thermite. Don't be silly, Andreas. Let's come back tomorrow. I don't think we have enough food. Everyone's gonna starve. Come back tomorrow. Commodore, let's finish our work as soon as possible. Norwegian wood. There's a song about it. Be careful, it's a Portuguese port. Yeah. Alright. Let them remodel the bar. You've seriously never heard of thermite? Wow. There's some pretty cool YouTube videos of it if you want. Just go Google thermite experiment or test or something. Probably pretty fun. It's probably like Mythbusters did some thermite on something, probably. Okay. We need to find the girl. There's a woman over there. Kidnap her. Just kidnap all the girls. Would you like anything to eat? Wow, she's beautiful, but not so young. Nah, not an old lady. We're looking... Who are you calling an old lady? Oh, she heard us. Of course, everyone heard you, you loudmouth. Old lady, my foot. Get lost, children. You're not welcome here. Blast it. Escape. Run away. Flee. We're not having much luck with this older generation. First Rocco, now this. Okay, I like Andreas. He's redeemed himself. These old people, they're terrible. I have to check how old he is. He's gonna be like 40. And this is gonna be hilarious. Excuse me, are you Lucia? No, Lucia's my daughter. Can I speak to her? Not after how rude you were. I mean, sure, actually, it's fine. If you're a traveler, just go tell her some stories. She's been bugging me forever to go to the pyramids or something. Lucia, you have a customer. Yes, mother. Come with me, young girl. This lady wants to talk to you. Is it anything like napalm? Yeah. I guess napalm is like gasoline sticky. Thermite is more like powder, burn forever hot. But similar, I guess. Napalm sticks to things and burns for a long time. Thermite burns really quickly, really hot, but it stays burning for a long time too. I don't know. Like, let's talk fire, but no, I think thermite burns quite a long time too, really. It's just, I don't know. Someone can pull out the chems. Are you a stowaway? Oh yeah, blah blah blah, story. Anyone can travel if they have two things, a ship and some courage. But I have to work. That's true. Not to change the subject, but do you know a young noble who comes here? Yes, he comes here incognito. He's always kind and sincere. He's very handsome. He doesn't talk about thermite or napalm at all. That man said he wants to meet with you, but he can't come here right now. I'd ask him, he's asked me to bring you to visit him. Oh, huzzah! Really? Would you like to go? We're going to Ceuta. Oh, I heard it's beautiful there. What luck, taking a trip and seeing you-know-who. Please take me. Then get ready quickly. Where's a good place to meet? Alright, I'll be ready soon. I'll be in the lodge in 2 hours. Uh-oh, 2 hours. Gotta remember times, guys. Tell your mother so she won't be worried. Alright. The story I always had with thermite was, essentially you could get a little brick of thermite. You could ignite it on top of your car, above the engine. And it would burn so hot that it would just burn right through the hood, through the engine block of your car, and then into the cement concrete below your car and continue burning downwards because it was just melting everything below it. So, I don't know how true that is, but that was always the story I was told. Okay, we need to kill 2 hours, and then we need to go to the lodge. So 9 a.m. Oh, I guess we're just going to talk to somebody. Commander, how did it go? Very well. She was really excited. We're going to meet in the lodge in a couple hours. Alright, that's an hour and a half. Close enough. To the lodge. I believe this is considered the lodge. One more. Look. Technically 30 minutes, guys. Alright. Try again. Commodore, it's time to meet her. That's right. Let's go to the lodge. Is this not the lodge? What's the lodge? Oh, maybe the lodge is what they call the sleeping place. The inn. Oh, there she is. See? I was thinking, like, lodge as in, like, I don't know, something else. I don't know what I was thinking. You're late! Sure, I just thought you were in a different building. No problem. Let's go to my ship. Get on my ship, girl. There you go, Robert. This is your first kidnapping in Uncharted Waters. I hope you're happy. But we're pursuing our pirating skills here by learning how to kidnap young girls. Alright, we still have a fair bit of money, so no need to worry too much. I know our crew is starving to death, or not even really starving, they just are dying. It's kind of a weird effect after you've starved a little bit. Oh, who's that? I'm not going to combat. We've got a young child aboard. We've no time to fight pirates. We have like 2,000 crew and 1 young girl. There's no time for ship combat right now. Alright. I think they said the lodge here too, right? Now that we know what a lodge is. Excuse me, but is a young Portuguese noblewoman here? Yes. He's waiting for you. I also have a message from a man called Perot. He wants you to go to the cafe after you bring Lucia. Thanks. So this was just a complicated kidnapping. Some nobleman just paid Perot to trick us into kidnapping this girl. It's terrible. I have an appointment, so I must leave. Hope you enjoy being kidnapped by a weird old man. We have no idea that he's actually young or not. He could be some weird old creep that just kidnapped her. All right, I was gonna check how old Andreas is because he's been complaining about the older generation. 28 years young. 28 years young. Complain about all these 30-year-olds. What's the life expectancy in 1524? Probably not good. Ooh, we did a little dance. Commodore, she looked happy. Feels good when you've done a good deed. Yeah, that's what you call it. And she was pretty. No wonder that nobleman likes her. He's probably a respectable guy. Yeah, he's probably not some creeper that just hired us to kidnap her. Unlike those Francos. According to her, he is kind, sincere, and handsome, and has lots of money. I can't believe someone as sly as Joe could possibly be a Portuguese noble. Wait, what? Who's this punk? We just punched him? Oh, it's Perot again. Hi, Red. Seems you're safely brought the Lucia to the port. So Perot, where's Joe? Now that we did an extra job for you and sailed all the way to Lisbon. Yeah, Joe's in Alexandria. So Joe knew this all along and made us do this stupid side trip for him to kidnap some girl. This guy's like, he must be in the Italian mafia, right? The 1500 mafia. Andreas, Emilio, let's go. Get out of here. Also, punch him one more time for the road. Good luck. Try not to botch up the job again. He probably just sold us out to Joe again. 65 was the eldest you could be? Yeah, but the average life expectancy would be much, much lower. Everyone died of something, because as soon as you got an infection, you were dead. Don't step on that rusty nail or you're toast. Infected wounds and all that. Might be a good idea to get your food shipped. Well, yeah. I don't know if it's done. Have we been at sea for 70 days yet? I think we ordered it in like April. So April, March, May. Yeah, it's probably done by now. Also, we could go conquering some of these fleets if we can catch up. All right, tacking. Nope, don't. What was that? I don't even know who this guy is. We're not even going to look at him. We're just going to attack. He's loyal to Holland. That's good enough for me. Plus, he's got Venetian galleasses. He's probably a pirate. See, he's a pirate. Robert's going to be in charge of my merch shop. Oh, also, I might not have any crew. I forgot to check that part. How are my ships doing? The mates don't really matter. How are the... We got 200... We have 500 crew on our ship. That's what really counts. Yeah, we're doing fine. A few people have starved or been eaten by other crew members, but mostly we're okay. I was worried that we're going to have like 50 crew left. Okay, now you're all dead. Alright, so here we go. We're definitely not sailing at good speeds here. So, hold on. Where's the wind blowing? Probably like straight south. Okay. So we're going to want to rotate fairly quick. I wonder if I can still get an angle on the flagship. Nah, it's too far away. I just want to shoot my guns. Is that too much to ask for? Good job shooting cannons at the flagship. Ship number 2. Trying to find a way to hit the flagship, that's all here. Looks like the angle's not really with me there. So what I'm trying to do is just pick off one of their front-running ships, because one of my ally ships might be able to finish that guy off. Also, the enemy flagship decided to charge. That's great. Kind of feel like some of my ships aren't really engaging in combat here. Orders. I would like everyone... Oh, they're on defend again. I gotta remember, leave them on attack. Yeah, that's... I think if they're on defend, they just try to, like, cover me, basically. They don't actually attack. Yeah, we want them on chase so they actually fight. Alright, just sink the capital's flagship. That's fine. Just did, like, 33 damage. Pretty good. Oh, he's coming for me! He must be fairly high stats. He killed 40 of my crew, even though he didn't have all that good stat, like all that high number of crew himself. Ooh. Fighting it out here. Getting a good melee going on. Alright, all we need is a little bit of distance here. I don't know if I can get a... Oh yeah, look at this. Here we go. Now we got the wind behind us. We're more maneuverable. Get sunk! Crew loadout set right? I don't know. I'll have to double check after this. I don't think I changed it, but... I think it was the defend order, probably. Anyway, we got him. 13 grand in a sapphire ring. Plus some ships. Yep. Good stuff. Unfortunately, I think we have to land in Portugal to sell them, which is a little bit scary. But, I'm not going to take these all the way up to, Amsterdam. Let's take some gunpowder. And then, you know, some free food and water is fine. I know they're a little bit low on crew because they've been starving, so they might just have bad morale or something. Not want to fight. Oh, I already filled it up. Right. Alright, we're a little bit low on some of these ships, but 7 speed is fine because we're just going to get back into dock. Sign crew... No, they're on the same split. They might just have bad enough morale that they didn't want to fight or something. I wonder if that's possible. If your morale's low enough, do they just refuse to do combat? Anyway, all we need to do is survive a trip to the harbor or the shipyard. And because these ships come with a lot of crew, we probably don't even need to go to the bar or the cafe to replenish, or at least not as much. Wow, we actually lost a lot of crew. The starvation has killed many. Alright, we escaped. I was scared there. We were about to lose 3/4 of our money. That was not good. Alright, let's sell off this junk and get out of Portugal. I still think that was a good combat, though. It was worth the... Oh, I should have repaired. Whatever, we'll repair in a safe port. But, yeah, it was worth the combat, I think. I'm not going to get another combat right now. We'll go a little bit further. Alright, we're tacking today, now that we're in a sailing vessel. I wonder if the wind always blows due south on the coast of Iberia. I guess it'd be a good place to practice your diagonal sailing. The problem was, for a very long time, I couldn't sail diagonally in this game because my controller didn't let me do diagonals. There, now it switches to be nice wind. Oh, I went too far north. Got too excited. And then everyone starved. Like, we literally have 1 day of food left, I think. 1 more day. It's fine. We're not going to starve. Welcome to Antwerp. Allied with Turkey. Ugh. Just always with the enemy ports allying. Gets really annoying. You can't just go anywhere safely. We probably should have done better at keeping friends with a couple nations. But it doesn't feel like a pirate if you're doing that, right? 11 days! Who told me to come pick up my ship? It's not even ready! Let's, I wonder if that's enough. Maybe just 10 grand would be enough to steal the alignment, right? Maybe. Yeah. No longer a Turkish port. Dang it, still a Turkish port. I did keep saying I wanted to keep at least one country a friend. And then I'm like, well, I'm loyal to piracy. Technically Italy, and Turkey doesn't even hate me all that much, but whatever. Alright, we're gonna invest a little bit more money. I don't know how much it's going to take to drop them off of Turkey, but... Dang it! We've invested 20 grand and it's still Turkish. I don't know how they're so good. Turkey is just too good at making allies. Another 10 grand. 30,000 investment. Surely that's enough to buy your loyalty. I think we're good now. There's the ghost of Patrick Toman. Alright, we'll do like one more day of recruitment, I think. Now that we're no longer an enemy of the state. A little bit safer walking around. Who wants Quebec? Nobody wants Quebec. They tried to separate and no one cared. You're welcome to separate. Have fun. Alright. I joke. I kid. A West Coast, if you can't make fun of Quebec, I don't know who can. Alright, so we've got most of our crew back. We've got a couple more. We got like 10 days before our ship's finished. So we should probably go, you know, do a little bit of ship combat. Lies, you were serious. Alright, Paula Abdul. Sure, Paula. I mean, I've been to Quebec. It is a nice looking place. Like, I have to admit that the province has got some amazing geography. Like, the mountains are nice. It's very, very, like, I was there in the summertime. I don't know how bad it is in the winter, but no, I don't want celestial navigation. I want to kill this guy. Paula Abdul, no docking for you. Yeah, this is the right guy. Stop or we'll attack. Huh? Alright, let's just get this one over with quick. These guys are all like merchants, so they can't really do anything. And I say that, they're blocking my travel here pretty well, but... we could probably have just dueled him and killed him instantly. I suppose on one side, this is good for crew combat, right? Everyone's getting some chance to shoot some cannons and do some combat. I'm fine with this. If the crew wants to do a little bit of combat, I'll let them. Oh, I already killed the flagship. Never mind. I didn't mean any of that. Alright, almost 20 grand and some ships to sell. You know the drill. 6 carracks is 120 grand. Gotta pay for food somehow. Gotta put food on the table, as they say, right? Alright, one ship needs some crew, otherwise they're okay. I mean, we are very close to dock, but you don't want to be stuck at sea with a ship with 0 speed. It's pretty bad. Alright, transfer crew. We do need to recruit some of these guys. Are a little bit low on fighting men. Not too bad. Not too bad. There you go. Alright, sell some carracks. I think I'll do one more combat, maybe. And then we'll just wait for our food ship to get finished. And then we'll go down to, and then we'll go meet, where are we supposed to go? Alexandria? Yeah, another long trip. Okay, we'll check for figureheads. Sure would be nice to find the goddess figurehead. That's like the only upgrade we're missing is the best figurehead right now. Alright, we want to recruit a couple more crew, I guess. There we go, maxed out. I would like to see the guy on hard flex get a little bit more navigation skill too. Who is that? Richard Huxley. Well, I don't know exactly what his skill... like, he's gonna need a few more level ups to get actual 13 move speed, but that'd be nice, you know. Find someone to sink. Is this a good target? Merchant fleets are not actually really great. Oh, if you know, like, France French and Quebec French, there's some slang and some accent differences, but if you know one, you can speak the other. It's not a big deal. From what I understand, actual people from France often kind of dislike the Quebec accent, but it's not that much different. It's like saying, you know, British but not American or something like that kind of thing. Like, if you're in France using Quebecois, sure, people are going to look at you funny, but you're also going to get looked at funny if you speak Southern Yankee or whatever you want to call it while you're in the middle of Great Britain. So I don't feel like it's all that different. This would be a good fight, but I think he's going to dock before I can get him. Yeah. Alright, what about his buddy here? Is this worth fighting? Battle fleets! There we go. This is the last one for the might. To be fair, I've never tested that hypothesis about speaking Quebec French in France. Richard Spencer, hey, how's it going? I see you've got some nice ships. They hate you if you don't speak proper French. I mean, I'm sure there's places that hate you just for showing up because you're a tourist. I mean, you can go to Quebec and they'll hate you for speaking English because you're destroying their language too. So I guess what goes around comes around, right? That's why I said no one cares about Quebec. I had some family, not direct relations, father, like in-laws basically, as a kid. And they were bilingual Quebec residents. They could speak English fluently, although they were primarily French speakers at home. And with family over that basically couldn't speak French other than very minor, you know, grade school French that you might learn in a different province. And they still refused, on principle, to speak any English in the house, even though the visiting family could basically not speak it at all. And from what I hear, that's pretty common. So the people of Quebec gave me a bad feeling, bad memories, even though the land itself, pretty nice. Oh, goodbye, capital ship. I do like these carronades. I gotta say, full rigged ships with carronades, pretty fun. Pretty fun. Alright, some more money, some more ships. Alright, this is the last one we're gonna take for a while. In fact, I might even dump off some crew at this point. Because I want to kind of, well, I don't know if I want to dump off the crew. Because I betcha once we do a little bit more plot story stuff, we're gonna get a mandatory combat before too much longer. I got a feeling Catalina's gotta have some mandatory ship combat. So I think it'd be a mistake to dump off all of our crew, even though it would make traveling a lot easier. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it all. Alright. In Germany, they almost refused you. That's unfortunate. I have heard, I haven't really done a lot of, I haven't done any European travel, but I have heard traditionally Canadian flags on your backpacks get you much better treatment than American flags. And if you speak with a Canadian accent rather than an American, like, Texas accent, you probably get by a lot better. I've never tested it, and that might have been, you know, 20 years ago when I was in school. I don't know how well it holds up in 2019, but depending on where you go, especially like, well, speaking of Amsterdam, a lot of these areas where it was Canadian troops that liberated them in World War II. Kind memories. I'm not sure about Germany. I don't know if they specifically would like Canadians more than Americans. And yeah, I mean, there's always the modern, like, political affairs, like, that's always going to be an aspect of it, I'm sure. Whichever president or prime minister has declared war on somebody and everyone's all up in arms. Standard stuff. It's always harsh when you take it out, like, citizens taking on other citizens. It's not like your average Canadian or American has any say in, you know, who gets invaded or bombed or anything like that. As a German can confirm France is weird. It's all about that liberté and equalité and fraternité. And they love their protests. Oh man, they love them protests. I don't know. I don't really have anything against France specifically. It's not on the top of the list of places I'd want to visit because it's a pretty... I would say not... It's not that you can't speak English there, but I'd rather visit places that were primarily English-speaking first. So, just easier to get around kind of thing. Just too lazy to learn a new language to go travel. Liberty, equality, and brotherhood, yeah. Alright, so... Look at that. Level 20 combat, that's pretty impressive. We got over 1 million gold again, that's not bad. Lots of fame. Even our other combat captains have gotten some level ups. You know, they're getting up there. Level 6, 7, 8, that's probably about as good as we're going to get without serious grinding, which I'm not going to do. So, I figure we're not going to dump our crew. It's Turkish again? Ugh. Anyway, we got our ship ready, so there you go. I do need to give it a figurehead. The surprise. I'm just going to give it a dragon figurehead. I'm not going to waste my time getting it an angel. Stupid Turkey messing around with my ports. I don't even know how Turkey can do that. Like, I've sunk all the fleets around here practically, and they still manage to, like, sneak in and steal all the ports. Alright, we'll recruit. Get the surprise stocked up. Probably should give it a different captain, that is to say. Someone who can travel a little bit quicker. I'm thinking we'll stick with our pirates. This guy's not supposed to fight, though. But I kind of like, well, nah, I'll give it to Antoine Fitch. He's fast. He's not a combat character, so it's fine. Right? Like, if you look at Antoine, he doesn't have the cannon skill. He's not very good at combat. Actually, no. We'll give it to Anthony Morgan. He's even faster. There you go. Navigation up to 13. So then we're just waiting on Richard to get some level up so he can go max speed as well. All right, so now we got a food ship. It's got, if you remember when we ordered it hours ago, the surprise / supplies, over 1,000 storage, basically 1,200 storage spell or 1,155 storage spots. Pretty darn good. So that's nice. No combat, but it's fine. So now when we get into combat, we have to find a way to baby that ship to make sure it doesn't die. But we can sail a bit longer, basically. We still spend the same amount of money on food. The difference is just our total capacity has gone up. Well, we used to have about, let's see, 2,200 storage for 550 per ship, I think. So it's like we got 2 ships worth of storage for like 1/10 of a ship's worth of crew, basically. I don't know how long we'll be able to travel. I think it's still less than 10 days, because he would have said you can travel for about 10 days. If it's less than that, he just says you won't last long, so. Might be 8 or 9 days of travel. Oh, so we're heading to Alexandria, in case you forgot about the actual story. Looks like probably Ceuta is a good point to recharge. Yeah. Food runs out quick. Another 25,000 gold down the drain. 5 hours, man. I never stream as much as I never stop streaming when I'm supposed to stop streaming. This is going to be pretty much the end, though. We'll go to Alexandria. We'll finish the next sort of set of plot quests if they're fairly easy to do. And I guess we'll probably have to end the stream around then. Probably need to plan for the next stream to finish Catalina's story, because I think it's starting to drag around a little bit. Having some fun with combat. Make no mistake, I'm enjoying it, but we can't keep this going forever. Alright, so this should be Alexandria with the terrible music. We're looking for Joe. Commodore, what shall we do? Today is the day I defeat Joe! We must act carefully. Oh, I'm good, Hades. Don't worry about it. It's only midnight. I'll stop soon enough. Excuse me. Oh, he's the British guy. Otto Baines. I come from private fleet, from England. Privateer fleet. Good. Jolly jolly. I don't know British accents. What would a Commodore from England need from me? Well, I've been following you since I saw you in Ceuta. The pirate you were talking to in the cafe is Brett Perot, isn't he? Yeah. He's been linked with Marquis Martinez, the evil. Are you aware of that? I see. So that nobleman Perot was talking about was Marquis Martinez. What about him? Oh, you're kidnappers. Where's Lucia? If you return her now, we'll spare your life. What are you talking about? If you insist on making false charges, I'll dump you in the ocean as shark bait. I'm not the only one that wants to dump some people in the ocean. Watch your mouth, pal. You shut it. Calm yourself, Andreas. Otto, why are you saying we kidnapped her? Because everybody who's been watching knows that we kidnapped her. I just accepted Marquis Martinez's request to take her to Ceuta. Are you saying you did this without knowing who he is? No, we literally just said we did what this guy asked us to do. There was a translation error on the last line of dialogue. I found all this out by chance. Matthew, explain it to them. Yes, sir. A while ago, when I was eating at the cafe in Algiers, I overheard a conversation between Marquis Martinez and the pirate Perot. It seems Lucia inadvertently overheard a big secret of theirs. That's why they plotted her kidnapping. It was a clever idea. If a woman like you invites her, the girl and her mother would not be suspicious. Now, she said she liked this nobleman. Maybe the nobleman was not Martinez. Is this really true? These guys are jumping. They're jumping in the air. Why would I lie? Jumps in the air. Blast it! Perot tricked us. Who could have guessed? Fooled again by the treacherous Perot. That means Lucia's in danger. Otto, I caused this situation. I'll take care of it. You must do what you feel is right. Also, I should be arresting you because you're supposed to return Lucia right now. While in the cafe, I also heard that Perot is heading for the Black Sea. Thanks for telling us. Where's the Black Sea, guys? Be careful, it's a Turkish port. Hey, sailor, where's the Black Sea? I gotta go find Lucia and save her. I'm assuming it's north of Constantinople was Istanbul. But I don't actually know if that's the right sea. There are 7 seas. Could be any of them. I'll just Google it. Don't worry. Alright, these guys aren't going to help me. They'll probably tell us when we get to the harbor, though. Let's just go to the harbor. They'll be like, you should go to XY coordinates. Egypt and Saudi Arabia? Oh, no. You mean we have to go all the way around Africa? No. That's the worst. That makes it the worst sea. The only sea we can't get to without, like, ditching our crew. Oh, I hate quests that make you travel around the entire world for no good reason. Let's see. Black Sea. I'm just going to double check. Not that I never distrust the live chat. Trying to make me sail around the world for no reason. He said the Black Sea, right? I think you guys have got it backwards. I think I was right. The Black Sea it connects to the Bosphorus, surrounded by Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, Russia, Georgia, and Turkey. When I said north of Istanbul was Constantinople, BlueAnkylo was right. Never trust the chat. What's the name of this? What's the name of the other seas? While we're doing this, because apparently we need to know these sorts of things. The 7 seas. Well, I don't care about the 19th century oceans. What were the Renaissance, or what do we call it in medieval Europe? So, yeah, this is probably the ones. So the Adriatic, which is the east coast of Italy. The Mediterranean, which is, well, hopefully you know the Mediterranean. Although that includes a bunch of little ones like the Aegean next to Greece, the Ionian south of Italy, and the Tyrrhenian west of Italy. But I think it's just generally called the Mediterranean. The Black Sea, which is north of Constantinople. The Caspian Sea, which is landlocked. That's the only one you can't get to. It's like calling the Caspian Sea a sea is kind of dumb, right? It's literally a lake. Is it salt water? It's just a lake. It's fresh water, I think. Some people, you know, can't trust medieval Europeans for naming things smartly. The Persian Gulf, that's the one... Were you calling it the Red Sea? No, the Red Sea is... Yeah, okay, the Red Sea is the bit that you can only get to from the Indian Ocean by the Gulf of Aden, basically, yeah. So that's the one we'd have to go all the way around Africa to get to, would be the Red Sea. Which is connected to the Dead Sea, I think? Is that the one? Is that how that all connects up? It's all good. There's also the Arabian Sea, which is kind of the coastal waters around Saudi Arabia, but technically it's just part of the Indian Ocean. But the Arabian Sea is where you get to all of those, like Iran, Pakistan, Yemen, all that stuff. So that's the Arabian Sea. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. Yeah, Arabian Sea, part of the Indian Ocean. The Red Sea includes the Dead Sea and all that stuff. Makes sense calling that a sea, I guess. Okay. Dead Sea, Red Sea, synonymous. Yeah, that's what I thought. Learning with BlueAnkylo. Let's go to the Caspian Sea. No, the Dead Sea. We can't get to the Caspian Sea. You'd have to walk there and then go sailing on a lake. All right. Are you forgiven? Don't worry about it, Hades. When I say I'm pretty sure it's something, I'm really only ever like 50% sure. And then when chat says something, it's not that I disbelieve you, it's just that chat is, I would say, no better than 50-50 correct either. But oftentimes you get people in chat, not calling you out specifically, but who are very confident, and they'll tell me, Blue, 100% this is the truth. And I'll be like, well, I don't know, I'm only 50-50, but I'll take your word for it. And then I look it up, and their 100% accuracy was not actually 100%, because it turns out they were wrong. But that's not how you phrased it. It's all good. I just like to make fun of chat when they tell me things and then they're wrong. I mean, come on, you gotta give me that. Oh, so seeing as we're here now, should I be checking fleets or what should I be doing? I don't know. I actually don't know what we're supposed to be doing in this sea. Maybe looking for a fleet that's just docked by a... Oh, also one thing we could do here. Assign crew... 10, 1, combat. We'll go a little bit more than 1. 10, 10, combat. Should be pretty good at finding people, finding places. So we found Kaffa. I'm assuming one of these ports will be what we're gonna have to land in. I'm just checking for, like, fleets. It'd be awesome if we could find a fleet right now and sink it. That's all I'm thinking. Let's check out Trebizond. Trebizond, ooh la la. It's Tresemme, but, you know, I can't help myself. It was a dumb commercial from when I was a kid. Probably learn more at the bar, right? Maybe not. Huh. Ulgul Ali, this is one of the pirates. We could see if his stats are worth recruiting. This is one of those pirates we beat up. Ulgu... Oops. Wrong button. Ulgu Ali. So he's level 28 battle, 21 navigation. He's too high level. We can't even recruit him. Yeah, that's it, Hades. Another one of those, you can show off your age by knowing those dumb commercial jingles. I don't even watch TV anymore. The only commercial jingles I know were from when I was a kid, basically. I've been a cable cord cutter for like a decade now. Alright, this port seems pretty dead. We're not actually in the Dead Sea, but it's fine. I mean, I used to hate those commercials. Such a waste of time. I feel real bad for anyone watching on YouTube that's got a commercial right now. No, I don't think there's any mid-rolls on my videos. I've never set up mid-rolls. I've allowed YouTube to put advertising at the beginning or the end, but no mid-rolls ever, because, ugh. Terrible, right? Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to look up my guide, because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Keep telling me about Tripoli. I don't care about Tripoli very much. Maybe the game didn't know where the Caspian Sea was. No ads for... Yeah. I'm pretty free and quick with my ad blocker programs on my browser. But yeah, I don't mind. I have a Netflix subscription and all that, you know. Alright, where am I supposed to go? Let's not waste any more time. Auto... Sail past Istanbul. Find Perot in that region. Whip him in a fight. So it is good that we kept our fleet combat ready, but like we actually have to check fleets because I think we actually have to find Perot in a ship here. And I didn't see any ships up there. So what's going on? Is he not actually past Istanbul? This jerk! We spent all this time traveling around the Caspian Sea, and here he is in the Aegean. Friggin' game. Alright, Perot, you're going down. Back here. Too far away. Get back here, you little punk. Yeah, I agree, Faith. I've been a big fan of ad blocker since it was invented. Before it was ad blocker, you just had to turn off like JavaScript and images and stuff. Ever since ad blocker, it's been much, much easier. Ah, I didn't think you'd catch on so fast. But it doesn't matter. I wanted to get rid of you, and I don't care how I do it. Alright, I sure hope... I didn't even look at his fleet, right? Like, how many ships has he got? Let's have a quick look, because we really did not do our diligence here. He's got... Oh no, a Carrack with demi-cannons. How to use ad blocker? Well, whatever browser you're using, go to extensions or add-ons, search for either AdBlock Plus or uBlock Origins, and install it. And that's pretty much all you have to do. It's pretty easy. Alright. Even on your phone, you should... Oh, they got lots of ships up here. Even on your phone, you should be able to add it to your browser. Like, I generally use Firefox, and on... either Chrome or Firefox. I guess if you're using an iPhone, Apple, I don't know. They probably have some sort of version for whatever Apple does. No easy way. It's pretty easy to get... Are you kidding me? My stupid non-combat supply ship just rushed in there to do melee. He doesn't even have anybody on combat, and he just rushed in there. I guess one thing we have to do... If we're doing combat now, and this kind of sucks because it slows down combat for us, but we have to tell this ship to not fight. Yeah, you have to tell it to escape. It's the only way it'll survive. Lame. Just because the AI is so dumb. You've got the YouTube app? Oh, well, yeah. If you're using the YouTube app, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure you can still watch YouTube inside Firefox on a phone. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Or, you know, whatever your browser of preference. Well, goodbye, Perot. I didn't even get to sink him. Somebody else took the shot. Oh, wait. Was the girl on his ship? Did we just kill her? We might have just killed the kid that we're supposed to rescue. Look. The life at sea is a hard one. And, well, it's not as good as on your PC, I agree, Faith, but it's still way better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about how the life expectancy in this timeline was very difficult. Getting kidnapped by pirates and then into naval combat, I mean, survival rates. A lot of people got fed to sharks today. These guys lived, though. The guys, some of the people on this galleon, they survived. Maybe she was on this one. Or this one. If she was on the flagship, she's dead. But if she was on one of the backups, she's fine. That'll be the retcon there. Alright, we don't need any of that stuff. Captain, we've searched the ship that you sunk. We couldn't find her, because the ship was at the bottom of the Aegean Sea. Brett Perot, what have you done to that girl? He's also at the bottom of the Aegean Sea. Blood, 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 blood. He's dead, guys. You better tell us what you've done. I guess you're really not supposed to sink ships in this game, are you? Because, like, it doesn't make sense at all for the combat. If you sink them, how are you talking to these people? I'll break every bone in your drowned body. Even if you did defeat me here, there's no way you'll stop the Atlantean armies. They'll conquer the world. I don't know. You're kind of crazy. And also, you're drowning. There's probably sharks swimming around you right now. Yeah. Even so, he said some pretty interesting things. Something about Atlantis, blah, blah, blah. Boring. So, that kind of sucks. He didn't even give us any tips on where to go next. Just, went out in a blaze of glory, basically. Alright, well, let's, park it in Athens and probably end our stream there. Apparently... Oh, yeah, we got a real slow ship down there. Still very slow. Gah, I hate this guy. I just want to get into Athens, and then there's this, this jerk named Andreas that slows down all my traveling time. Fortune teller? I don't think we'll need the fortune teller yet. We'll probably get an event soon after we dock. I do have a fortune teller walkthrough on the side as well if we really get into trouble. But the last time we got stuck, the fortune teller didn't even help us, so... Alright, so we're gonna pull the crew back onto our proper ships. And then we're gonna sell all the junk ships. Oh, wait, what's going on here? 0, 45. Alright. Now we sell the captured ships for money. Help pay off our terrible food addiction. Okay, so now everything we sell is on the second page. Easy enough. Can go a little bit faster now, actually, because the first page will be ships we keep, second page will be ships we sell. Should probably do some repairs. If it was a modern game, you could probably set a non-combat ship that stays out of combat. That would be really cool, because if you could have 10 ships in your fleet, and you could designate certain ships as combat or non-combat so they didn't actually engage, would make life a lot easier for, you know, all the stuff we need to do. Alright, nothing here. Well, either we get information on the way when we leave fleet, or this would be the end. Alright, well, I'm still going to end the episode here. We sunk Perot. We're progressing our story. I would say Catalina's story probably has more steps in it than Pietro's did. So we got a lot of stuff to do. I'm sure there's some more combat. Now that they mentioned Atlantis, probably going to have to go to Masawa in the Dead Sea anyway, which is going to take forever to sail around without having any... Because we've got so many crew. It'll be a pain. So chances are we're going to have to travel around the world again next time. But we'll figure that out next episode, next stream. So for those of you future tubers, thanks for watching. We're going to call this an episode. And I will see you next time. What happened to the girl? She wasn't on that ship. So let's assume the evil Marquis Martinez has kidnapped her. Because any Marquis in a 15th century game is evil, right? That's the rule. We all played Sid Meier's Pirates. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.